Foundation's 4th anniversary.
Yeah, man, I'm thank you for the opportunity, man. Like I said, I'm representing the GOAT, and that's God over all things. And I know your organization is all about serving the Most High, and that's why your organization is flourishing. Can you tell us a little bit about the organization, what we're doing here today?
Well, we're here today to celebrate our 4th year anniversary. And what a way to kick off a Zoom-A-Thon. Emanuel's Hope Foundation, we provide complimentary and affordable lawn care for our senior citizens that are living by themselves and are physically unable to do their own landscape, and some of them are financially unable to pay people to do it for them. So Emanuel's Hope Foundation, in honoring our seniors in that regard, believing that at bare minimum, we can provide complimentary lawn care to empower our senior citizens to remain in their homes and not have to stress and agonize and worry about that.
And I think that's a great initiative because, again, I know, man, the older I get, I don't want to be out there cutting my grass anywhere because I know I look like my granddad out there. I'll be out there in some short shoes, some basketball shorts, and t-shirt. See, I know you guys make it look sexy out there cutting the grass, man, but again, that is a great initiative for what you're doing for the community, man. And I'm looking in the chat right now. I want to thank Ms. Keller Williams Realty for becoming a seed donor. We got to thank the people for sowing a seed into this great ministry that you have, sir. So thank you, Ms. Keller, for the seed donor that you donated for this organization right here. So you want to jump into this the first promo video? I think we got Mr. Tim Harrell. I've done a lot of things for Mr. Harrell and his great foundation as well. But I think we have something to show from the Harrell Foundation. I think we're going to cue that up right now. Is that all right, Mr. Emanuel?
What I would like to do is also invite everyone that's on to share the link with your friends, your family. We will be here for the next 2 hours. So I would like for them to invite people to come join in, hear the stories. You'll hear many testimonials from our seniors, how Emanuel's Hope Foundation is impacting their lives. We have artists performing today. It's going to be a great show. So share the link, share the meeting number along with that, and hopefully people will join in with you. Invite your friends, your family, and it's going to be a great show.
So with that being said, I think the first video we got, man, the promo videos, is from Mr. Tim Harrell. I've done a lot of work with him. All right, let's cue it up.
The mission of Emanuel's Hope Foundation is to provide complimentary and affordable lawn care service for seniors who, due to physical and financial limitations, are unable to maintain their landscape. Cut grass, but we're manicuring the lawns of our seniors. Our vision is with a truck in every city and security in the hearts of seniors by removing the stress of lawn care and replacing it with joy of having a beautiful manicured lawn. The purpose of Emanuel's Hope Foundation is to honor and give back to the underserved community of senior citizens by spreading love, joy, compassion, one lawn at a time.
Well, God bless you. My name is Apostle Tim Harrell. I'm the president and founder of Tim Harrell Global Leadership, as well as Celebrating Truth Community Fellowship in the beautiful city of Virginia. Ecstatic about being a part of Emanuel Hope Foundation. As you can see, I have my t-shirt on, and that lets you know that I'm a supporter, and I want to encourage you, supporter of Emanuel Hope Foundation. Emanuel is an awesome man of God. I'm so honored to be connected to what the Lord is doing in his life and the heart that he has for our seniors. My God, some man of God, and I'm quite sure for those who are a part of this great conference this year, you can concur with me that you are in the right place at the right time and connected to the right serve, and we're continually praying for you. Tim Harrell Global Leadership, we offer coaching and mentoring. So if you're desiring to be coached, or you're desiring to get mentored, whether it's in business or in leadership. I own a multi-million-dollar business, and God has blessed our business tremendously. And I do coaching in business as well as in leadership. And you can connect with us. All the information is on the screen. If you want to connect with us in social media, you can do that. You can be a part of our Facebook page, our Instagram page, or you can join the Tim Harrell Global Leadership YouTube channel. And all you have to do is go to YouTube and type in Tim Harrell Global Leadership, and you'll pull up our YouTube channel.
Weather can impact our plans to do yard work. For some homeowners, the bigger issue is either physically or financially, they are unable to care for their lawns. A local nonprofit is working to change that, as we see in tonight's Everyday Hero.
The sounds of yard work in this Portsmouth neighborhood. And the homeowner who lives here is so grateful it's getting done for free.
It's not that I don't want to do it. I love outside work, but I physically can't do it. And it means the world to me to see my yard kept up nice. I can't put into words how much. I'm not going to cry, but it means the world to me.
Sandra Taylor is a retired school teacher, and due to health reasons says she can no longer do this.
So prior to finding out about him, how were you maintaining your yard?
Well, not too good. I would get out here and it'd take me about 5 days to cut it.
She hasn't had to worry about any of this for the past 2 years, thanks to a local nonprofit.
This is a lot of work.
It is.
Why do you do this?
I enjoy it. It puts smiles on our seniors' faces.
Emanuel Yancey, who used to care for his grandparents' yard, is the founder of Emanuel's Hope Foundation, a nonprofit he started to help seniors in need with their lawns in 3 Hampton Roads cities.
I'm just very passionate about it, and I enjoy it.
How did you get the idea to do it for free, though?
Because many of our seniors, they live in homes that physically they're unable to maintain, like my grandmother was, and financially the resources are very limited, and so they're not able to pay anyone to do it.
Yancey really wants to bring his team out to other families across Hampton Roads to help those in need. He needs your help, though. Here's a number that you can go to this website if you want to help spread the hope. What kind of burden is this on you?
Oh, it's a significant financial burden, but have support. I need a lot more support.
I let him know we got an email about what he's doing from another senior, Sandra Neely.
Oh, yes, I do know her.
And this is what she wrote. Mr. Yancey, property. Those who are physically and financially no longer able to care for their property. Being a senior myself and having received the service of Emanuel's Hope Foundation, I'm very pleased with the service. Truly, Mr. Emanuel Yancey is an everyday hero. And for that reason, we are presenting you with an Everyday Hero Award.
God, Sandra Neely.
And News 3 has a community partner, Southern Bank. Southern Bank wants to present you with a $300 Visa gift card.
This means a lot to me. I mean, to think about my grandparents, and they're all looking down, and I hope I'm making them very, very proud. This really makes
And
it all
I think he is.
Mission accomplished,
right?
Mr. Yancey.
Yes. And so he's hoping that other lawn care companies will see what he's doing and will want to partner with him so that he can really spread this all across Hampton Roads.
You know what? It just pure of heart, what he talked about, the motivation with his grandparents. Well done, Mr. Yancey.
All right.
Seniors out there that need help in the lawn, the trees, and many other problems. Those are not the only problems. And if they have something like Emanuel Foundation, they can be helped by them. Donating the funds, Emanuel Foundation can get people to work for seniors, and even if they get a discount, it's better than not having someone to do the work for you and having your house fall to pieces, and the city coming in and giving you the violations of fines, and you cannot help yourself. But the foundation will be there to help you.
We're thankful to have everyone that's here with us today. Emanuel's Hope Foundation has coined November. It is important for us during this month to shine a light on our seniors, to show love to them, even though that should be something we do year round. We would like to focus on that in the month of November and take them out to dinner, take grandmother out to lunch, granddad out to a movie, and just show love things, and things become valuable because they are rare. And I've come to realize that if you ask anyone how many grandparents that they have, or how many great grandparents they have, they will be lucky to say 2. So in light of that, people having 1, 2, or 3, it shows that they are rare and they are valuable and they are treasures and should be treated as such. I was blessed throughout my life to have, they instilled a lot of love and compassion and wisdom into me. So in honoring my grandparents, I think it behooves us to honor seniors that God has blessed with long life. And I'm just excited today that Emanuel's Hope Foundation has made it through 4 years, and that we have serviced so many seniors in the community that they are happy. We're putting smiles on their faces, one lawn at a time. But we want the community to see what it is that we're doing in the community, because we're not just talking about it, but I believe in being the change that we want the world to be and doing things first. And so being out here on a daily basis and a monthly basis, doing things that put smiles on our seniors' faces, it's very rewarding. The joy that it brings to their heart. And I want to ask you a question. Where do you want to be in 30 or 40 years? Just think about that. You know, as we live life, we get older, we want to live a long life. But the question is begged, how those who God has already blessed with long life? And it is a wonderful thing to be able to bring joy to the lives of our senior citizens and to the elderly, because someday we're going to be there. And what do we want our loved ones to do for us? What do we want friends and family to do if we're living alone and we're unable to do the things that we used to be able to do, and sometimes younger and able to do laborious work and do things? So I want you to think about that and consider that. Emanuel's Hope Foundation is on a mission to leaders, and we want to establish an infrastructure where seniors that are living alone can receive complimentary lawn care service. And your support financially would help us to do that. If you would go to emmanuelshope.com and become a monthly donor, it doesn't matter what you give, but if you would do that on a consistent basis, you will provide us with the resources that will enable us to continue to provide service for seniors and provide even more service. You see some of the media broadcasts that have come before you. And after that, there has been a lot of seniors calling. So next, we're going to have some more videos to show the impact in the community.
And Mr. Manny, if I can jump in, Team Fred, make sure you guys are checking the chat, because there's a lot of you can donate to this great cause. It's very important that organizations like this get funding so they can continue on their great mission. Part of my contractual responsibility as being today's host is that Mr. Emanuel said I got to tell one joke every time I get on the screen. So here's my joke. Emanuel's Hope Foundation basically is trying to leave a legacy. I tried to do the same thing with my daughter. I sent her to a Christian private school. 2 weeks before the school year started, they told me to bring my daughter down there for like an assessment test. I had never heard of an assessment test for like a 6-year-old, but I took her to the church. She went in there an hour. After an hour, she came out laughing. I said, "What's funny, boo?" She said, "Daddy, I knew all those answers." So I felt proud as a father that I'd done my job. So to celebrate, I took her to this place called Sweet Frog. Do you know on the way to Sweet Frog, the school called to tell me they caught my daughter cheating on it? I said, "How in the world do you catch a little girl cheating?" The lady said when she graded the papers, y'all, that's when she realized she was cheating. First question, how many disciples walked with Jesus? The little boy sit beside my daughter, put 12. My daughter put 12. I said, "Wait a minute, I'm not a Bible scholar, but that's the right answer." She said, "Yeah, Fred, let me finish." Second question, how many days did it take Jesus to resurrect? The little boy sit beside my daughter, put 3. My daughter put 3. She said, but the third question, that's when she realized my daughter was cheating. The third question was, how many books in the New Testament of the Bible? She said, the little boy, he was honest. He wrote, "I don't know." I said, "What did my daughter put?" She put me either. I said, yeah, they got it. They got it. Okay, we're going to go to the next video. Hope you guys, we're going to live, love, we're going to laugh. We're going to support a great cause today, and go ahead and donate to the Emanuel Hope.
Should always be honored. Emanuel's Hope Foundation provides complimentary lawn care service for seniors who, maybe due to physical or financial limitations, are unable to maintain their premises.
Emanuel's Hope Foundation, it's important to remind seniors of their value. Emanuel's Hope Foundation cares for everyone's grandparent as their own. Sponsor a senior today for as little as $7 per month. Let's restore.
Grateful to Emanuel Foundation. They came and you see all of the rocks and cleaned out all of the shrubs, and they even had someone to come and do the trees.
Log on to emmanuelshope.org today to donate or register a senior. That's emmanuelshope.org for qualified only.
Physical constraints and financial limitations can sometimes make it really difficult for seniors, especially burden through the work of his nonprofit. Here to tell us about Emanuel's Hope Foundation is Emanuel Yancey. Emanuel, welcome to Coast Live. I'm so excited that you're here today.
Well, it's wonderful to be here with you this morning. I just only hope I can match your energy.
Yeah. We get real zany and crazy here. No, I'm just kidding. Emanuel, can you start off by just telling us why?
I was blessed, Chandler, to have 6 grandparents. My mother's parents, my father's parents, and on my father's side, had 2 great grandmothers. And one of them in particular really loved her gardening and flowers. And when she got older, it used to bring sadness to her to see the weeds overtaking her lawn. So I would manicure it for her, and I just remember the joy and the smile that it put on her face when I would see the finished product. And so now that all my grandparents are gone, everyone's grandparent is my grandparent, and I want to relive that joy through each of their lives, manicuring their lawns.
Can you talk us through the process? I mean, you've been doing this for about 4 years. You've served so many seniors in the community. Tell us, you know, exactly.
There are a lot of before and after pictures that I take so you can see the kind of work that we do. We're very meticulous about it, and we want to restore their pride in home ownership, to make the edging and the trimming of the hedges and making it look anew.
Yeah, you can see some of the work you've done right here in the video, and it's really, really excellent work that you do. And it's especially nice because you're helping out people who really wouldn't have access to this kind of lawn care because of a variety of reasons, and then that's what you're bringing to them. I want to talk to you about something. You know, on the phone, you and I spoke about how so much of this work, Emanuel, is done by just you, or maybe the help of like 1 or 2 of your buddies who are helping you do this. And you need more hands working in Emanuel's Hope Foundation.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about that?
It's been very difficult most recently because my father was in the late stage of the Parkinson's. And so for the last year, I kind of moved in with him and took care of him as his primary caregiver. And he passed on May 3rd. So I'm pivoting right now to garnering the support of lawn care providers to partner with Emanuel's Hope Foundation and become committed volunteers to actually service seniors in their particular area.
Absolutely. And so if someone out there works for a lawn company or happens to own one, you know, there's a lot of local business owners who are in that line of work. How should they get in touch with you? How can they?
Well, if they will partner with the Emanuel's Hope Foundation, they can call us on the phone and leave their information. Go to our GoFundMe page and leave their information as well with the donation and show that they're inspired to help seniors in their area. And Emanuel's Hope Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and partnering with us, we can service more seniors because I only can do a certain amount. But if I had, let's say, 10 lawn care companies servicing maybe 5 to 10 seniors in their area, that balloons the numbers of seniors getting service to about 100 to 200 seniors.
Absolutely.
And that's my goal, to expand services for seniors.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking down the road, as we start to wrap up our conversation here, it's 5 years.
Well, I see Emanuel's Hope Foundation in the next 5 years with partnerships across America where lawn care companies are providing services for seniors everywhere in America. And that's a platform that we intend to place over the next few years. And that is something that we're very determined about, and we will ensure comes to fruition on behalf of our seniors, because they wrestle and struggle with a lot, trying to maintain about ensuring that they receive services and are restored the pride in their home ownership.
Absolutely. Emanuel, I think you're a great guy.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
Emanuel said that he was guarding like the rock formation that we have out in the front, and in the back and along the side of the house, and on the deck in the back. We've had people to come to the house, and because he saw, they try to take advantage of you because you are a senior. I said to him, Emanuel, how much do you want to charge? He said, no, Mother Brown, give me to do it. And I said, no, a servant is worthy of his hire. And I want you to remember that. And don't be ashamed when someone asks you how much you charge. Give them a fair price. And if they can't do it, then they'll give you what they can or whatever. But you need to be paid for your service because you do it with a spirit of excellence. And I am telling you, he did an excellent job. He did an excellent job, and then you come back and do some more.
So had you ever had anyone serve you at that level of excellence?
No. Anyone that I know of who needs that service, I wouldn't hesitate of what he's done and what he continues to do, because he will be back doing some more work.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. That is a great testimony by Miss Bear Bryant. And again, another example of how Emanuel Hope Foundation is blessing our seniors. Again, please get involved. Please donate. Please give a pledge or donate your services to this great cause so we can get out there and help more seniors. I think right now we got an artist coming up. Mr. D.L. Yancey is going to come and bless us with his talent. I think we can roll his video. Okay, I still think we're waiting for the team to bring up Mr. D.L. Yancey's video. I think it's coming up now. But don't forget the GoFundMe page. Please, again, donate to this great cause. As you see in the chat, we're hoping to raise $10,000 to ensure our seniors have, the proper lawn care from this great foundation. Okay, I see Mr. D.L. Yancey getting ready. I see he got the good towel over there. I know he's going to bless us. Sir, are you ready?
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
You got you live and ready to go. Hey, you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of Mr. D.L. Yancey.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you all today and celebrating the 4th annual event to celebrate the mission of Emanuel's Hope Foundation. I go by the name of D.L. Yancey II. The foundation and the service of the foundation is near and dear to my heart. It put a grand smile on my father's face when he got a chance to see his lawn and his yard revived and revitalized. And it brought a lot of joy to him, which brought a lot of joy to me. And so I am so appreciative of the foundation with you all today. I'm gonna play one song that Emanuel talked about grandparents, and this song was inspired by our grandfather, Cornelius Emanuel Yancey Jr., actually. And so sometimes in life we always are looking to receive some things, but it is better to give than it is to receive. And so listen to others. Here it goes. rocking the world to make an honest pay, but I can't stop thinking about what I need in a day. I sit and imagine getting those things I want to receive, even anything today. Have I given at least a song to sing along the way? Just to know I've done my best. Now it's time to stand a test. Say my name, it'll be with the blessed today. I came home from work. The world is in need of help, but I can't stop thinking about those bills, and I can't seem to get over the way they're making me feel. But have I given anything today? Have I given at least a song to sing along the way? Just to know I've done my best. Now it's time to stand the test. And in my name, it'll be with the blessed today. Oh, today, 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 today. And whatever happens along the way, it don't matter what happens. Each and every day, it don't matter what happens. Each and every day, it don't matter what happens. Oh, and in my name, it'll be with the blessed.
Hey, let's give Mr. D.L. Yancey a round of applause. Beautiful song, man. Appreciate the artist. Again, everybody, let's give him a round of applause for Mr. D.L. Yancey. Oh, they got the spotlight on me now. I'm ready now. But again, everybody, please go to the GoFundMe page. Please go to the website. Please support this great cause of trying to use these funds to help get seniors landscaping services done by the Emanuel Hope Foundation. I know we have Mr. Emanuel back on to talk some more about this great foundation.
On the screen, you have the many ways that you can give to support the foundation. But I'd like to tell you a story about where we began. I actually began 4 years. I was borrowing my brother-in-law's van, and I was borrowing a lawnmower and a borrowed weed eater, so I had no equipment. And at the same time, I was studying for my insurance license to become an insurance agent. So evening time I was studying for my licensing, and daytime I was cutting seniors' lawns. And it became quite clear that the more service I rendered on behalf of and honoring our seniors, that the more service was needed. And so I began to invest my savings. I purchased a truck. And it was like the more I pressed, the more stumbling blocks got in my way. And I remember my grandfather, he would always tell me, he said, grandson, if there's anything that is worth having, it's going to be hard. And you achieve them, the reward is so great. So that spoke to my heart. And as you know, I experienced the many stumbling blocks. I purchased one truck, and it seems like every week, you know, the first month that I had it, that truck I ended up selling, and then I purchased another truck to provide service on behalf of our seniors. And you'll see later on in some of the videos, the minute I was broke down on the side of the road with a truck and a trailer tied to the back of it, trying to get the services rendered. And I mean, it's been a story. It's been a long journey, only 4 years, but God has blessed us in those 4 years because of determination, because of consistency. And one thing I will say is I will not stop. I will continue to press. Many of my seniors, and I call them my seniors, my young at heart, because they're special friends of mine. They know me personally, and I know a lot of them personally because I take pride in manicuring their lawns. And I also enjoy sitting and listening and hearing their stories. Some of them, they live by themselves, and days go by and weeks go by that they're unable to hear loved ones' voices or are able to have a conversation with someone. So it brings joy to their heart when someone takes the time and patience and cares about them. And so I share that with you to say that we should consider what our elderly family members, loved ones, and friends wrestle with that we don't wrestle with. You have contractors that promise to do work for them, and sometimes the work is not completed effectively. They take the money and don't do what they say they're going to do. And if we as younger people have problems dealing with mechanics and contractors, and we wrestle with recourse, where does that leave our seniors? Where does that leave alone? And so it fuels Emanuel's Hope Foundation to be determined. And I will be the example by laboring in the vineyard. And I believe that there will be an army of people will not stop. The more that the word gets out there, the more seniors I'm getting in contact with. When I first got off Channel 3, I believe it was a month ago with the Everyday Hero, that first week, there were 45 voice messages on the voice machine. And I spent the Saturday calling, I think I called about 30 of them back and spoke with them. And it wasn't a lot of lawn care companies on the voicemail, but the vast majority of them were seniors that are in need of service, seniors that are in need of someone that cares and someone that will reach out to them. And so I employ all of those that are listening to support what we're doing in the community, because this is just the beginning. I want you all to understand that it's nice to wear fine clothes, to drive in nice cars, but it's so much more rewarding to give and help those that can't help themselves. And you'll hear some of those stories today. And so I spend most of my days with jeans and boots and gloves on. And today I got a special, got a little cleaned up today, but it's much more rewarding. You would support us. You would go to the website and become a monthly donor to Emanuel's Hope Foundation, because this is what I say is the bare minimum. Complimentary lawn care for our seniors, I say, is the bare minimum. There's a longer-term vision that Emanuel's Hope Foundation has, and that is to put together a platform of companies that when a senior needs some service rendered to their home, where they know someone is coming that's trusted, that's going to do a good job, is going to charge them a fair rate because they are a senior and they are to be honored. And this is a much longer-term vision, but that's going to come to fruition as well. But to get the attention of the community first, and the local government and the city and the state and even the country, we're going to do complimentary lawn care service. And we're going to continue to do that. And we're going to continue to get more support, and we're going to grow. I want to make a couple acknowledgments before we move on. I want to acknowledge Portsmouth Trailer Supply, because they donated on last week a truck to Emanuel's Hope Foundation, the GMC pickup truck, which is going to allow me to put it full of equipment and put another team to work on behalf of our seniors. I also want to acknowledge those that are just supporters of Emanuel's Hope Foundation. Also, the group of people that volunteer with us I want them to continue to be encouraged and to just continue to work alongside of us. And as we go forward, you will hear more from sponsors like Timothy Harrell, the apostle. He's a great friend of mine and a spiritual leader, and also a business mogul and a mentor. Also, I want to just acknowledge Empowered Lifestyle Network, who has been providing the social media on behalf of Emanuel's Hope Foundation, so the word can get out there about what we're doing in the community, and are also monthly contributors to Emanuel's Hope Foundation. So I want to thank them as well. And at this time, I want to hear from, I like Fred to come on up and say a few words and make everybody laugh, because I get a little serious and a little passionate about the things I talk about. But I think we need to laugh a little bit. We put a smile on the face.
I'll do a joke at the next break, Emmanuel. I got the producer in my ear telling me that we need to move on. We got a special guest, another artist coming up right now. Mr. Chemo, he's actually the grandson of the first person you helped. And so we're going to go right to that video of Chemo. But again, we come back, definitely I'll bring some laughter to the show. And I'm just looking forward again for all the great things that you're doing, sir. We salute you. So now please sit back, relax, and listen to Chemo.
Yo, it's Chemo Suave from Virginia Beach, upcoming artist, recently moved to LA. I want to give a big thanks to Emanuel's Foundation. They have been helping my grandma with her yard work and anything heavy around the house for about 2.5 years now. And it's been extremely thankful for, like, you know, me and my family, you know what I'm saying, extremely hard to always be there at the right time, right place, and they just did a great job of doing that. And that was actually one of his first projects. We're just extremely grateful. Suave.
Then I make more. All of this drip, you gon' need you some rainbows. Hop in the phone, let's tango. Blood full of tropical mango. That bitch, she do what I say so. All of this drip, you gon' need you a raincoat. VS1 drippin', that's bankroll. I spend a check, then I make more. I spend a check, then I make more. Raindrop jet, that's easy. Diamonds dance like ballerina. I need an umbrella. My bitch like Cinderella. Draco packed and ready. I just took off in the shuttle. This forbidden sweater cost a couple blocks of cheddar. It's got different colors. Kush leave you like Stevie Wonder. Bitch love to cuddle. She eat for lunch and supper. Drip, I drip like Thunder. Pull up in that what the mother. That's my word to mother. Drip, I drip like how you want it. I'm in love with money. We double up on nothing. I'm in love with stunning. Let them hate, we keep it coming. Hop up in the foreign. I might pull up in the spider. My demons got angels. In my raincoat, drip designer. All of this drip, you gon' need you some rain boots. Hop in the phone, let's take me. Baby, she do what I say so. All of this drip, you gon' need you a raincoat. VS1 drippin', that's bankroll. I spend a check, then I make more. I spend a check, then I make more. All of this drip, you gon' need you some rain boots. Hop in the phone, let's tango. Blood full of tropical mango. Baby, she do what I say so. All of this drip, you gon' need you a raincoat. VS1 drippin', that's bankroll. I spend a check, then I make more. I spend a check, then I make more. All of this drip, you gon' need you a raincoat. Diamonds get icy like ski slopes. Keep me a few tricks like a Nevo. Forbidden dinner, we drippin'. Hop in the whip with the top back. I got that bag on these diamonds. I know my haters don't like that. Lil' ma free for the money. Skin color golden like honey. She eat the dish, she go yummy. She ride the dish, she go dummy. Tropical mango Hawaiian. So the iron. She got the heart of a lion. I made her put it in writing. All of the drip, that's designer. Diamonds is sold by your finest. Pull up and flex is a Tyson. Hop out and dab on no Heisman. They don't drip like us. They don't drip like us. All of this, all of this, all of this. All of this drip, you gon' need you some rain boots. Hop in the phone, let's tango. Blood full of tropical mango. Baby, she do what I say so. All of this drip, you gon' need you a raincoat. VS1 drippin', that's bankroll. I spend a check, then I make more. I spend a check, then I make more. All of this drip, you gon' need you some rain. The phone, let's tango. Blood full of tropical mango. Baby, she do what I say so. All of this drip, you gon' need you a raincoat. VS1 drippin', that's bankroll. I spend a check, then I make more. I spend a check, then I make more.
All right. Let's give a round of applause. Mr. Cation is that he's blessing a lot of people, and I'm honored to be a part of this great platform that he has, but he can't do it without the support of the community. So again, in the chat, please go and donate. You got GoFundMe, you got the website, you got all types of media that you go and support this great foundation. I was shocked when I heard that that organization donated a truck. I was like, wow. So people are really getting behind doing it. He's helping seniors. And that's kind of near and dear to my heart because in my family, my grandma is known as the matriarch of the family. She's the prayer warrior. She'll pray for anything. I remember when I started comedy, I told my grandma I want to be a comedian. She said, have you prayed? I said, no. She said, I'm going to pray for you. Call me in 3 days. With family, 3 days went by, I called my grandma. I said, Grandma, did you pray? She said, I sure did. I said, well, what did the Lord say? She said, the Lord told me to tell you this. Whatever you do, don't you quit that good government job, boy. Don't be stupid. I said, yes, ma'am, I got you. She said, oh, this comedy thing, this is supposed to be your new talent. You can call it my talent. She said, because you can't use your talent unless you use your talent in the Lord's house. So she set up my first comedy show, her church. And I got to be honest with everybody on here. When I first started comedy, I didn't have church appropriate material, but you can't tell an old school grandma no. Family, I'm heading to the church for the show. 5 minutes before I get there, she called me crying. I said, Grandma, what's wrong? She said, baby, I can't no longer remember the usher board, and I've been serving faithfully for 45 plus years. I said, you got fired off the usher board? I said, for what? She said, the pastor claims she used inappropriate language with him. Now, family, I've never known my grandmother, so I said, what happened? The pastor sent her and all the other ushers a text message. The text message said, I look forward to seeing all of the ushers every day next week at revival. I said, well, Grandma, what's wrong with that? She said, nothing. I said, well, what did you text back? She said, the only thing I text back was, oh, no, Pastor, WTF. Now, everybody on here knows that in Texas, WTF is short for what the faith. What you thought I was going to say on here? What the faith. My grandma said, Lord Jesus, that's what that means. I said, yeah, Grandma, what did you think it meant? She said, baby, I was trying to tell the pastor that revival is not every day next week. It's only Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I said, you better stop texting and call the pastor. You out here texting, you cussing out the pastor. I see you laughing, Miss Monica Brown. It's funny to me too. I see you out here cussing the pastor, don't even know it. So if you're in your 90s or you one of the seniors that's getting this lawn care, look, call me. You don't be texting them. don't text them. But yeah, man, I'm really enjoying myself. I appreciate these little giggles y'all give me. I appreciate these laughs because I'm really a part-time comedian. I'm part-time. I don't have to work as hard as the full-time comedians. The only downside about being part-time is that I'm not on salary. So I got to get very creative in the way I make money doing comedy. So this year, I've come up with an innovative way to make more doing comedy that instead of charging like a booking fee or like a standard performance rate, I've actually had to start charging churches and folks like by the joke. That's why I said when I first started, I'm not going to be before this group long. Not because I don't want to, I'm not talented enough. It's just the seed that was sown in my ministry for me to come here this afternoon to be the host. Unfortunately, yeah, it only allows me to tell 3 jokes. So maybe I need to put my cash up here so I can get some of the seed money too. I'm glad y'all laughed because that was actually my first joke. I ain't got but 2 left. All right, enough playing around. Again, I'm gonna be with you guys for the rest of the event. Again, it warms my heart to participate in any initiative that's helping advance the community. So I'm very thankful for Emanuel for allowing me just the opportunity to come and be a part of this great event. I appreciate your iPhone. I think I'm hilarious too. But it's just, again, anytime I could come and support a great initiative where we're doing something for our seniors in our community, you can count me in. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to participate. Yeah, don't let your mom use them cell phones. You get some crazy text messages from these seniors. So Emanuel, make sure you have the seniors call you. Don't let them text you because they'll mess they'll mess it all up. But I realize I'm getting old too, so I'm about to fall in that category. Listen to my daughter talk. I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. She talking about she got that drip. I said, girl, you better not have that drip. You got to go get checked out. Go get checked out because you don't want that. You don't want that. She said, no. I was like, oh Lord. Now I ain't know what she talking about. I said, Lord, you got to, girl. I ain't know you ain't that old to have that drip. But no, everybody, we're gonna keep the show moving on. Again, it's nothing like living, loving, and laughing, but it's nothing also like supporting a great cause that Mr. Emanuel has before us. So with that being said, I think we're going to bring up Mr. D.L. Yancey again for another rendition, another song. That talented young man, bless us early in the show, and definitely we look forward to the next rendition. So I think right now we have Mr. D.L. Yancey coming back, and you can see his bio on the screen. Again, all the artists that are supporting this great cause, support these artists, go to their Facebook page and book them. You know, like I say, I get paid by the joke. So book me by the joke. Big DL Yancey probably get paid by the song. We gonna everybody gonna get somebody today, man. All right, let's be blessed with Mr. DL Yancey.
Thank you, Sir Fred. Yes, indeed. Cash App ID right there at the bottom. No, just kidding. I'm just getting to the next song. Hey, Mr. Soul, pick up the phone, call and call destiny. She's perfect for you all the time. She'll keep you straight and narrow. She's just she's like design. So let her love penetrate your heart like Cupid's arrow. I'll pick up the phone and call, and call destiny. She calls your phone every day, but that's a ringtone. You just let play. She leaves a message, something sweet. She says, so, hey, Mr. Soul, come get with me. Hey, Mr. Soul, I'll pick up the phone, call destiny. Hey, Mr. Soul, you talk to greed every day. Selfishness, always at your place. And partying, always around. Oh, you and envy, always getting down. What about destiny? She's the best thing for you. So hey, Mr. Soul, pick up the phone and call destiny. Hey, Mr. Soul, pick up the phone. Why don't you call destiny? Thank you so much for the time. Much blessings and everything to Emanuel's Hope Foundation.
Hey, let's give him a round of applause. Mr. D.L. Yancey, thank you, sir, for your talent. And I appreciate it. And I know Emanuel appreciates it as well. I think right now we're going to jump right into our next promo video. I think it's Mr. Tim Harrell's Leadership Global Foundation.
Be a bit of a challenge, keeping up with all the chores, things that need to get done from year to year, week to week, even day to day. But one Chesapeake man wants to form an army of helpers that will take care of our...
And that man is Emanuel Yancey. 4 years ago this month, he started Emanuel's Hope Foundation. So what does he do? He does lawn care for seniors. He calls that a bare minimum for what we can do for our respected elders. Let's head to the Western Branch section of Chesapeake for more in today's Wreck on the Road.
It's a great need in the community, and we have to shine a light on the needs of our seniors because someone has to care.
My name is Emanuel Yancey, and I am founder of Emanuel's Hope Foundation. Emanuel's Hope Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we provide complimentary and affordable lawn care for senior citizens that live by themselves. And most of them, due to physical limitations and sometimes financial constraints, they're unable to maintain their landscape. And so we take great pride in putting smiles on their faces and enabling them to enjoy a well-kept landscape. When I was younger, my great-grandmother, my grandmother gardened flowers, and I used to help her when I was very little. But when she got older, she lived to be almost 100 years old. It brought great sadness to her to see the weeds overtaking her flower beds, and I would go and take care of that for her. We'd pull the weeds, cut the grass, and manicure her lawn for her, and the joy that it brought to her, it was just so rewarding. And so I was doing lawn care for a friend of mine, his grandmother. Her name is Mother Toll. And it just began to grow. I did her lawn, then someone else's lawn needed to be done, and I just continued. And the more I did, the more I saw the need growing in the community.
And I live in Norfolk, and the seniors in my community are faced with the same challenges. And the city, wants to keep the neighborhoods nice, and the seniors want to stay in their homes. In order to do that, they have to pay for the services. And now, because of the situation, they may not be able to afford it.
Going on 3 years now, I was referred to Emanuel because my lawn needed care. Since then, he has maintained my lawn, and it made me feel very good, very proud, somebody that I could depend on.
I'm very, very passionate about Emanuel's Hope Foundation and what our mission is in the community. Right. And we won't stop. And I believe that there is, in fact, a multitude of seniors that are in need of service. And I want to put together an army of people that will service the multitude of seniors. And I believe that is possible. Of Emanuel's Hope Foundation is if I could put together a platform of companies, carpenters, roofers, electricians, painters, and put them on something like an Emanuel's list, a list where seniors can call when they need service and they know that the company is reliable. They're going to give them good service. They're going to give them a fair rate because they are a senior, they are a matriarch, and they should be honored. But that's a long, long-term vision. But for now, we're going to continue to manicure lawns for our seniors and continue to put smiles on their faces one lawn at a time.
It's great. I love that.
How special is that? He's a special individual, He's doing it from the goodness of his heart. It also, and he wants to see seniors respected the way they should be. And he, like I said, he's offering complimentary and affordable lawn care for seniors that need it the most. And once again, Emanuel's Hope Foundation was formed in November of 2018, and now Emanuel has proclaimed November as senior. Take them to lunch or the movies, give them a love and attention they deserve. After all, they did for us when we were kids. And if you want to learn more about Emanuel's Hope, how you can volunteer or maybe receive some help around the home, get in touch with Emanuel at emanuelshope.com.
I love that.
Daniel come out here, and he's got my yard looking so much better. Matter of fact, he was here yesterday ahead of the rain, and he's got the yard looking great. He trims my bushes, and I didn't say anything because I'm real shy. I like helping people, but I guess I'm shy and proud. I don't like to ask for help. But one day he noticed my shed, and I said, "Oh well, there's too much stuff in it." And he said, "Well, let me look." So he brought 2 men out here with a U-Haul, cleaned the whole shed out, hauled the stuff away. It was just such a blessing. But Emanuel, not to embarrass him or anything, but he's just such a humble, kind, friendly, encouraging person. I almost call him Pastor Emanuel, because he has just encouraged my life, besides all the work he does. But I remember I even kept his message on my machine, so sometimes when I get discouraged, I play it back. And he said, "This is Emanuel Hope Foundation, and I would like the privilege of coming by and meeting you, and the privilege of doing a service for seniors." And he just has a godly, meek, thankful spirit, and that's meant so much to me. And I kind of adopted him as my kid mom, but anyway, he's just a really nice guy.
Again, another awesome testimony from seniors who are receiving services from this great foundation. We're at the top of the hour. Emanuel, I can't believe 1 hour down, 1 hour to go, man. For people that's just joining us, can you tell them what we're doing here today to try to raise money for your great organization, sir?
Yeah, time is flying when you're having fun, right? I've been enjoying hearing the testimonies and the impact that it's having on our seniors' lives. Emanuel's Hope Foundation, we were established 4 years ago. And it was actually in November of 2018. I have been providing service for seniors at least a year before that, but the more service that was provided, more grass I cut, the more I saw the need growing. And I said, well, hey, if I put together I've never had a foundation before, but say if I put together a nonprofit organization, maybe we can get together with a group of people and help a lot of seniors. And over the past 4 years, it has proven to be just that, a great success. I trust God, I believe him, and I believe that he is ordering my steps. And in honor of which I don't have any, they're all gone at this point. I had 6, the vast majority of my life. And Fred, all of them are gone now. So everyone's grandparent is my grandparent. And I think that providing complimentary is an honorable thing to do, and I get a lot of joy out of it. And I believe those that have helped me, I've had volunteers to go along with me, and they get as much joy out of it as I do. And so we're here today at year 4 in November, Senior Love Month.
I saw that in the video we had before, the Senior Love Month. I like that you phrased that. And again, if you want to get involved and support this great initiative, we got the information in the chat. You can go to the GoFundMe. He has Cash App. He has the website. Again, you can email Miss Latanya. She has all the sponsorship packages. Again, check your chat, and she's going to be posting that information as we go through the last hour. Like you said, when you're having fun, time flies, but we want to make sure we slow down and honor the man of the hour, Mr. Emanuel, for doing great things for these seniors. So, sir, I applaud you again, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of this great program. I'm just having the time of my life with the artists, with the people that are joining, with people that are donating to this great cause. Again, our goal is, and you know, that's an achievable goal, especially just think about where the money can go and help Emanuel do more services for a lot of seniors in our community. So, sir, we salute you, and thank you for coming up with this great initiative to help you.
Yes, and I salute all our seniors and everyone's grandparent, and that's why I am empowering them, and I want their voice to be heard. So as we go into the second half of this, you will hear more testimonials from seniors that are happy, those that have been living by themselves. I was blessed, I would say it's been about 3 weeks, almost a month now, to meet a young at heart, a 93-year-old woman living by herself, and up until 91 was doing her own lawn care. And for the past 2 years after falling ill, she's been unable to do it herself. So I was blessed, Fred, to be able to meet her, spend 2 days there. We did a massive overhaul of a lot of brush and tree removal, and it was an honorable day. It was a great day. Really, it brightened her heart, and you will hear from her today. So I want everyone to be able to hear from the senior citizens, their needs in the community, what is them. And if we listen to them and we hear their stories, it will give us the guidance that we need, the direction that we should be going in to help them, because we all are older if God blesses us with long life. And I just want you to think about it and consider where you want to be as you grow older. Our hearts are always in the right places, but our body doesn't always do what our heart wants it to do as we get older. And so it's hard. And I listen to a lot of their stories, and I sit and talk with them, and I feel their pain as I'm reminded of my grandparents who I miss, and my father as well. My father just passed away this past May, and his passing has fueled my passion to focus more intently on providing service for the elderly. I had to move in with my dad, and he was wrestling with the late stages of Parkinson's. And it was hard for Dad to provide as many services for seniors during that year because I was with Dad. But Dad went with me to do work for my seniors. He would ride in the truck, and while I cut grass, and I like to think about the happy things, makes me smile instead of, the fact that he's gone, which is heavy. But Dad would actually ride with me. And some of my friends have met him, and who's cut grass, and sometimes some of the seniors would come out and talk with Dad, and he would get to know them. But Dad lost his battle with Parkinson's in May, and so
this is a great way to honor your dad and the seniors. And again, that's a great segue into our next slew of videos that we, like you said, we're going to hear from another senior who just services. So we're going to queue up the next videos, and we'll be back with you.
Thanks, Fred. Appreciate it.
Emanuel's Hope Foundation, Inc. believes that the elders of the community and have laid the foundation for following generations. Therefore, their latter years should be filled with love, honor, joy, peace, and happiness. Due to physical limitations and/or financial constraints, many in the senior and elderly communities are often unable to keep up with the essential repairs of their residence or to pay someone for these services.
As a result, they are sometimes subject to city fines, in addition to the embarrassment of an unkept premises. Emanuel's Hope aims to bridge this gap, particularly for those living alone. The foundation will provide services that include manicuring lawns, cutting shrubs and trees, removal of hazards and debris, and completing minor exterior repairs as necessary, all at no cost to seniors and elderly within the Hampton Roads area.
I am thankful and grateful to Emanuel Foundation.
Qualifying seniors only.
This book can really help you. I believe that if you focus on your leadership ability, it will, I'm telling you, your leadership effectiveness will go through the roof. Now, before I go any further, let's go into a promotional. It's not one who possess material things, or, you may have all the, for example, say we have a pastor who has a mega church and have all the people come in, 2 or 3 services, 20,000 people, drive their finest car, live in the finest house. And most of us, from a natural standpoint, we would think he is on the next level, or he's ready for the next level. The next level leader is one who makes mistakes. One who makes mistakes and learn from their mistakes. Because how many of you know that your failures and your mistakes can be your best friend? They can be assets to your if you can extract the wisdom from the mistakes, apply them to your life, and if you're that person who can do that, then you are ready for the next level. So I pray that you were blessed by this promotional clip of my new book, and I pray that you were encouraged to purchase this book. And all you have to do is go to timharrellsenior.com and you can purchase this book today. Matter of fact, this book has a study guide that comes along with it. And all you have to do is get the bundle, or you can purchase the book alone if you don't want the study guide, because it's in the study of this book, the language of the next level leader.
I am very pleased with his foundation, and he did me a wonderful thing. He came out and cut my grass and trimmed my lawn up and did all of that. And when I was gone and I got back home, I was surprised to see that somebody had did all of that work. And I didn't ask them, and it was free.
Wow. So he didn't charge you for it?
He did not charge me for it.
Okay.
So that all of the people and handicapped people is the one that needs the help. And I think he is about, because I had ever seen my yard, 30-some years that I lived there, look so beautiful when I got home. He trimmed everything out and even had cleaned the floors. Definitely I will support his foundation.
All right. Again, another example, another testimony from a senior who is getting services from this great organization. So this is Emanuel Hope Foundation is not just about talking. You can see the fruits of their labor from the people who have received these services. And again, it warms my heart to see these seniors come on and talk about how Emanuel's Hope Foundation is making their lawn look pretty, and competition to get the neighbors and things like that. So in order for him to continue this work, please look in the chat, go to the website, go to the GoFundMe page, go to the Cash App, donate resources, financial resources to this great cause. So this man and this organization come on with the work they're doing. Next up, we got another artist coming on to bless us today. It is Miss Real, is a singer and songwriter, musician, born and raised in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can see her bio on the screen. She grew up singing in church, now performs locally at places like the Barking Legs Theater, Unknown Caller, and the Bessie Smith Hall. She is, has a sound voice like Erykah Badu. Okay, I'm ready for this now. Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the sounds of Miss Real as she come and bless us today.
Tis the season, get that time to make them haters mad. Focus on your mental health. Build some generational wealth. Set some goals and go get them. These messy hoes, we forget them. Don't got no time for your drama. That's a period, no comma, so punctual. Tried to slow us down, yet we still so functional. You can do your best and they still gon' come for you. Don't give a damn about opinions. Wait at your lace on Brazilian. Pull up to the bank, suitcase, several million. Selling out pavilions, raising educated children, and they hate it. This our time, look how long we waited. Look, mama, we made it. Look, mama, we made it. This the season, get that bag. Time to make them haters mad. Time to make them haters mad. This the season, get that bag. Time to make them haters mad. Time to make them haters mad. Tis the season, salutations. Let's establish new relations. Out with the old, in with the new. So only the real remain in the crew. Do what it do, it is what it is. Drink your water, raise some kids. Save your money, stack your paper. Stock now, flex later. Make sure that you protect your energy, cause you gon' need to know who's your friend and your enemy. 2021, new year, who's this? They can try to shoot, but they still gon' miss, cause no weapon form shall prosper. So fix your form and your posture. Tis the season, fix your crown. No negativity around. This waste your time. Look how long you waited. Look, mama, you made it. Look, mama, you made it. Get that bag. Time to make them haters mad. Time to make them haters mad. Get that bag. Time to make them haters mad. Time to make them haters mad.
All right, let's give her a round of applause for another great song. So, Mr. Harold, again, we thank you again. Everybody needs you to check the chat to make those donations. We got to raise money for this shop. You got GoFundMe, you got the website. You're hearing all the great testimonies from these seniors. You see all these great artists who are coming up here supporting this great cause, like the Tim Harrell Foundation, Leadership Global Foundation. Mr. Harrell is supporting this great initiative. We want to come up and support the Emanuel Hope Foundation and raising financial means and resources to help this great cause. Okay, we're gonna thank Miss, I'll mess her name up. I'm saying we're gonna thank Miss Abrams for the lunch. Again, if you wanna mail your donations, you can mail the donations to the Emanuel's Hope Foundation, Incorporated, P.O. Box 281, Portsmouth, Virginia, 23705. Again, check the chat for all the relevant information on how you can mail your check in, mail your donation in. Become a seed donor, become a monthly seed donor, and so in this great ministry every month. I think we got another testimony coming up from one of our seniors. I think the team is ready for our promo 6. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see another great testimony from one of our seniors.
Woes, or the truck woes that Emanuel's Hope Foundation have been experiencing over the past 3 months. Hello, this is Emanuel Yancey again, coming to you live from broke down on the side of the road with these trucks. We're broke down again with these truck issues. This truck was just picked up today after having a new engine put in it. I paid $1,800 for the engine and $1,000 for the gentleman to put the engine in. And here we are on the side of the freeway. This is a call to action for help from the community so we can get reliable transportation that will enable us to continue to do what we need to do in the community for our senior citizens. God bless you and be with you. Keep us in your prayers as we press forward.
Nikia Tull. 6 Ways to Conquer Your Fear. Do you find it difficult to overcome fear? 6 Ways to Conquer Your Fear is what you need in your life. Fear-causing situations are unavoidable. Thus, one must learn to defend themselves. This book can serve as the overcoming fears. Meanwhile, you'll develop the exceptional mental strength needed to fight. By articulating the multitude of fears faced by the author and how she battled with each one, she has made an effort to lessen your burden. This exquisitely written book will teach you how to face worries and hardships as you continue reading. So what are you waiting for? Copy and empower yourself to be fearless.
Well, he's been a blessing in my life. He's like a son. Well, that's why he called me Mama Jackie. And I try to treat him.
Everybody needs a mom.
And you know, he's really been a blessing in my life because I have lost 2 sons in New York. And he came into, to me, God sent him to me to do the things for me that my sons is not here to do. Oh, I felt love. I felt I just felt loved. Whenever he do anything for anybody, he does it out of love. He don't do things for people just because they ask him. He does things out of love. Mm-hmm. And he let them know, I'm here for you. And you know, a lot of my family members, they know, well, Emanuel.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just, to me, an angel. You know, I know my son's in heaven and they angels, but God sent him to me as a living angel.
Oh, that is great.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
And I know he was sent by God in my life. And I talked to my sons, you know, well, Daredevil, you're not here, but God sent Emanuel here to do for your mommy.
That is totally awesome, awesome. Another testimony, and I want to shout out to I think it's Environmental Building Services, who's donated for 6 months starting in January 2023. Thank you for that generosity, Mr. Emanuel Hope. It's for you, sir.
Yeah, I want to, I appreciate you stating what I was about to state. You must be reading my mind. Special thanks to my brother and my dear friend, Apostle Timothy Harrell, who is the owner of Environmental Builder Services. He's been a great mentor as far as building businesses and leadership. I met him almost 3 years ago, and he's just been a significant impact to my life, helping me to be consistent in things that I desire to achieve. And so I want to extend my appreciation to him. And you all got to see a picture just a moment ago of the owner of Portsmouth Trailer Supply, Miss Earlene. She is the young at heart young woman that donated the truck to Emanuel's Hope Foundation. I want to extend a great appreciation and gratitude to you as well. To build in the community, and we will continue to be a voice on behalf of senior citizens, and we will be an advocate for senior citizens. That is our mission. That I'm thankful for all the support, and we will continue to press forward and make things happen on behalf of our seniors. I believe next we're going to have another artist to come forward after a couple videos. We do have lots of videos. We have more content and videos than we have time to display. So we have to kind of break it down and be selective. But I believe the next videos will be Miss Riel. Mm-hmm. And she's been with us the first year anniversary in 2019. We had a live event, but in 2020 was the first year that Riel was with us, and she performed, and we're thankful for her being here again with us this year, celebrating our anniversary. Recently, I have been able to hear stories of senior citizens who have experienced spending money to get jobs done, and shoddy contractors, unscrupulous contractors, not performing. However, they are taking their money. And so that is a great concern to me. And that's something that happens to us as being young people. And sometimes we have difficulty finding recourse. But what recourse does the elderly have when someone comes and promises them something, take their money, and then they don't return? So I believe that they should have an advocate, someone to speak on their behalf. That's what Emanuel's Hope Foundation intends to do.
You know, I needed my yard cut. Oh, it was in bad shape, just growing up. And I went to Robin Richards. I said, Robin, can you come and cut my yard? And she was like, I have so many customers, but I have somebody that could prompt you. And I found out the name, Emanuel's Hope. I thought, I love that name. And we talk a lot in my church about a name means character. A name indicates your character. Emanuel, God is with us. That's what I thought about when you told me Emanuel. I said, God is with us. And hope. That's what he provides for us. God with us provides hope for the future. And those seniors, they, like you said, they don't get visits. So even someone coming to cut their yard, they're so happy to be able to have a conversation, because otherwise there's no one that they can share what happened to them today, you know? So that is awesome. That is awesome. But that's awesome, because
means a lot.
You know, in my business, I pray with a lot of seniors that don't get visits from. They are so alone. They are so alone. So it's great and marvelous what you're doing, and I applaud you. And I hope that you get so much support, not just the financial support you need, but the emotional and the other support that you need, because you need to be encouraged.
Inside this storage unit, Emanuel Yancey has a story to tell.
So when I saw this, I said, this is powerful, and I couldn't find her anywhere. I started researching, so her story's not told.
The story of a likely trailblazing black woman.
This is E.K. Wilson right there.
A business owner in 1949, running her barbershop for nearly 5 decades in an industry dominated by men. And Yancey says a big part of history.
For us to just be business owners, I believe is significant. But then when you have a woman business owner in the 40s, and then in an all-male occupation, I think that is very significant to history.
During a bidding war, Yancey won the storage unit for a little less than $500. This barber's chair from E.K. Wilson, one of the first things he noticed. Then as he dug...
Here's in beautiful condition.
A program for a Women's Day event, showing the picture of Mrs. Martin Luther King Jr. She was the guest speaker.
This was exciting. This was really exciting to me, because not only was Miss E.K. Wilson important, I believe, but the people that she knew.
Some other unknown treasures, a picture of Dr. King himself.
This picture I have not been able to find anywhere.
Piles of jewelry and even sports memorabilia.
Muhammad Ali, Buster Douglas.
Yancey plans on selling most of his historical finds, using the money to keep paying it forward through his nonprofit Emanuel's Hope Foundation.
I want to shine a light on the needs of our seniors in the community.
What started as a gesture to help his grandmother, Yancey now gives his time to help other seniors, financially or physically unable to keep up with their lawns.
It's been difficult for a lot of our seniors, and they're an underserved community, and I give them that feeling that my grandmother had when she would look on the lawn and say, wow, this is beautiful.
As far as some of the nostalgia in his storage unit, he's still figuring out what to sell. And when asked how much it all might be worth,
I would say it's priceless. It's hard to put a value on it.
In Portsmouth, Antoinette Elbel, News 3.
To Emanuel Hope Foundation through my grandson's daycare, Serena Mann, and she referred me to Emanuel's Hope Foundation. I was first, he came by to assess the condition of my yard, and I'm surprised he didn't drive off because it was in pretty bad shape. He did the first cutting, and I mean, when he finished, it looked like a totally different yard, manicured, everything, and I was totally blown away and satisfied. Professional lawn care company would have charged me anywhere starting from $85 to $100. That he has taken on this calling, because truly it is a calling. Expectations, is really doing it from the heart, and I think that is what has touched my spirit more than anything else. And I believe that the favor of God is on Emanuel's Hope Foundation because of the value that he is incorporating in the love that he's giving to our seniors in Hampton Roads. I've been very satisfied, and he's gone beyond, above and beyond, because some of the stuff he's done would probably have cost me more than what I have given him. So he's gone beyond, and I have been very pleased. And his compassion and concern, he's not just doing it just to be, he has compassion for his.
Again, another great testimony by a senior who's receiving services from this great organization. As you heard Mr. Emanuel said, up next, we got another artist that's going to come in and bless us. Please put your hands together for Miss Riel. We got to come off mute.